See you talk good. You come to say, now come through. Let me see something from you. Yeah, say, let me see something. Yo, and you know the boy stick with the wordplay. Still playing in the work night. Holy Thursday, deep sea in the ocean like mermaid. And dog from above, Washington, mermaid. Take my sin to California, get terminated. I'm here fishing with my next no Barclay. A lot of y'all make music, stay the same. No songs, no curry, any shots, man. Hashtag, I'm saying no. No GH, no, just HO. Now I mean, just play a role. Mother Teresa says small things out of love. Yeah. Let me see something from you. Let me see something.
So here's the thing. What we don't realize is Vatican II calls us the church militant. Why? Because we're at war. But see, how many times do we approach our spiritual life like we're at war? Let's be real. It's funny because like this is Texas and like you say football, everybody's like down. You're yelling, you're working out, you wrestle, you put in all that work. What about your spiritual life? Real talk. That's what Vatican II calls us. They call us the church militant. But here's the thing. I've never seen a war, never, not one time, and I was in the Marine Corps. I've never seen a war where the winner just sits back and does nothing. But that's how we act in our spiritual lives, right? I've never seen a war where strategy and execution doesn't take place. Think about it. You got a test coming up. Or you got something. Do you just walk in there if you want to pass? You know what I'm saying? You just walk in like, oh, whatever. Nah.
I got this one.
Here's the thing. Like, real talk. I have parents who come to me all the time and they're like, yo, my son. And I kind of flip it on them and say, hey, real talk, man, sir. Why are we not preparing our teams for the most possible thing? Especially like y'all, you're like, what do you want to do? I want to go to college, I want to do this or whatever. What about heaven? Like for real, like what about heaven? What are you doing to get into heaven? Because that's the goal. The goal is sainthood. Real talk. My doctorate is in spirituality, and the mystics, all these dudes usually live in like caves or something, and pray, and they have this saying. They say, if you're not moving forward, then you're moving backwards. How strategic are we being in our spiritual lives? Like real talk. Do you take 2 or 3 minutes when you wake up and thank God that you're living in a place, real talk. I mean, look what's going on in our country. Dudes walking into colleges and asking them, hey, are you a Christian? Boom, and shoot you dead. But we can't even go to mass, right? That's how lucky we are. In other places, Catholics, Christians, so forth, put in jail for worshiping. But yet, we're like the church sleeping, not the church militant. We need to approach our spiritual life just like if we're at war. And what this song is talking about is the body of Christ. It's time to do something. It's time. Why we gotta wait? My little man, he's talking about becoming a priest and so forth, and like he'll go to older people, they're like, yo, why don't you wait until you're older to do that? Nah, that's garbage. David was 14. Mary was 13. Little Jose Sanchez was 14. You have everything you have right now. Every time you go to mass, every time you go to sacraments, become a saint. But we're sleeping. Right? Now who's going to let the body see something?